All right, so for some of you, this may feel like a no-brainer, okay? Keep the job, keep paying your bills on time, don't get any new credit, and don't spend the money you have saved up. I get it, this may feel obvious, but sometimes it's not. And also sometimes you can't help it, okay? Yeah, there's layoffs. People can't help it if there's layoffs in their company and they have to find a new job. People can't help it if they get in a car accident and you need to buy a new car. People can't help it if suddenly someone gets sick and hospital bills need to get paid or an emergency happens. Okay? I'm not talking about those things. Those are the things that, again, if we started early and they happen, you can have a simple conversation with your loan officer and we can work out the plan and we can adjust the plan of action on what we have to do. Okay? What I'm talking about is during the process, once you're under contract and once you get that commitment, which a commitment is when an underwriter reviews everything and says, yes, you're going to get this loan. We're going to give it to you. We just need to tidy some things up. We need a couple more pieces of sources of information from you. And in between that and the cleared to close, if you do any of those things, that completely changes the commitment. Okay, we are going to find out if those things happen if you spend the money that was set aside for closing. If you change jobs, we're going to find out because we do verifications of employment right before we get it cleared to close. We're going to find out if you have accrued any more debt, like, saving 10% off at the appliance place or the furniture store because you applied for new credit. We're going to find out. Okay? Don't do that until you have the keys in hand and you've actually purchased your home. Okay? Whenever possible. Again, emergencies happen that you cannot stop. The simple thing in that position is to just have the conversation with your loan officer. Say, hey, here's what happens. How do we fix it? Because a lot of times those situations, they can be resolved. Okay, we do have, things that we can talk it through to fix. But if we find out about it after the fact that you've already done something, that's when it gets harder. And that's when we have heartbreak stories. And unfortunately, sometimes that's when people can't buy their home.